Do you even know what you're supposed to believe when it comes to the heliocentric model? Is this what you believe? Because this is what they say is going on. The Earth tilted at 66.6 degrees from 90. The Earth spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. The Earth orbiting at 66,600 miles an hour. The Sun moving even faster through the galaxy as it races towards the so-called galactic center. And the galaxy itself moving even faster than that in its ever-expanding expansion. We don't feel it. We can't even get a negative test to prove any of this motion at all. And the famous Ares experiment showed, and Michelson-Morley and Sagnet and Gale, just to name a few. That was over 100 years ago. Yeah, they soundly defeated the theories of gravity and relativity and special relativity, but unfortunately the scientific community have been fooled by the leaders of academia as they buried the results, and their students and teachers alike, they never even knew these experiments took place. When scrutinized, all this movement just doesn't make sense. Remember that we always see the constellations in the same place, in the same order, in the same height in the sky every single night. There is absolutely no stellar parallax whatsoever showing that we just don't move. So do you feel it? Can you feel any of that incredible speed and motion? You know, gas floats up, butterflies float around. When we view things from a zetetic observation point, we find out that we're not moving. The real scientific tests also show that we're not moving. The Bible tells us that we're not moving. Common sense tells us that we're not moving. Astrophysicists and space agencies have tried to con the world into believing their very satanic heliocentric lie. And they have done rather well up until now. But the cat's out of the bag, and this lie cannot continue forever.
That's about the spinning Earth is looking at the stars. Now, directly above the axis of spin is the pole star, Polaris, okay, directly over the North Pole. And we're told that the reason that all the stars spin around the North Star is because the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Okay, seems to make sense, because if you put a long exposure camera pointing at the North Star, you'll see the stars will make perfect circles around, perfect star trails. The only problem is the Earth is also orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles an hour. Okay, the Sun is moving, dragging the Earth and all the planets up that way or that way at 600,000 miles an hour. So why do we see perfect circles? You know, because that's the slowest speed, that's slowest motion in that mix, and yet the Earth is moving 67 times faster that way and 600 times faster that way. So you should see the stars do all sorts of strange motions, but you don't. You only see them make these perfect circles. That tells me that it's the stars that are moving, not the Earth.